Alright, you already know where you at and who you rocking with, right? Right, so let's get to it. Now, a few weeks back during the live stream, Jamel Lindsay, aka The Real Gully TV, or The Dribble as he will call himself, made a few puzzling revelations that has gotten a lot of mixed reactions from the public. Today we'll examine what was said through an unbiased lens and gauge the audience's mind versus emotion. But first, let's dive into a very positive message The Real Gully TV expressed during the broadcast and the growth that I've witnessed personally through it.
I got on here a couple years ago and I said something to a nigga like, yeah, nigga, that's why you punching the clock. And I said that like that was something not honorable to do and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Because I had that street hustler, that corner mentality.
In the clip you just watched, The Real Gully TV was conscious enough to see the error of his ways and admit that he was wrong about his past feelings and or actions by vilifying or alienating an Asiatic working class man for working nonetheless. To me, that shows growth both mentally and emotionally. So let's continue in positivity.
That the rest of the fucking world is punching the clock. Only motherfuckers still out here trying to sell drugs is a little pocket of retarded motherfuckers who never grew up and shit, still thinking like you was when you was a teenager and shit, when we was selling crack in the early 90s and shit like that. Niggas take that shit and they keep going. You be a grown-ass man and you still stuck in that frame of mind and shit, like never filed taxes and shit. Every nigga around me that was doing right, every nigga around me that was doing right was doing better than me, even though I was selling drugs and shit. Them niggas be having new cars and shit, they credit be together. I'm talking about the nigga that's punching the clock. The nigga that's punching the clock. Them niggas be having new cars, they be having insurance, they be having just everything. They be having their shit together and shit, like, and when we get in trouble, who you think we call? We call them niggas that's punching the clock. We call them for money and shit. Because them the motherfuckers that actually give you something and shit. You dig? You don't call the other hustler niggas because they not gonna send you shit. They not gonna do nothing for you and shit. But my square homies, that was them the niggas that come see you in jail and shit. Because they ain't got no felony.
I don't know what I can say. Really, I wholeheartedly agree. A lot of the time, the people with the 9 to 5s are doing much better than the drug dealers in many different capacities. Drug dealers don't generally use that collect call from the precinct to call other drug dealers for bail, if they're smart, that is. You know what I'm saying? They call people with physical resources that can be tracked and or traced by the government legally in order to complete their business. Oftentimes, you won't receive a letter, let alone a visit from those same brothers and sisters you've hustled with, shed blood with, tears with, and everything else, let alone a money order. If you're still selling drugs as an adult, especially over the age of 30 or better, you've officially lost, with minimal to no chance of being found. But let's continue in positivity.
Y'all ready? I be door dashing and I be in a lot of different neighborhoods and shit. I be in some, ask somebody that door dash or do deliveries or work for Amazon or some shit. Ask them about the neighborhoods that they visited and the types of homes that they've seen and shit, right? And you'll see some people are obscenely wealthy in this world. You wouldn't know it until you go to their neighborhood. Fuck what a nigga driving and wearing on his body. Rich motherfuckers got nice houses and shit. Like when you see, like like a week ago and shit, I delivered somewhere, right? And it was this fly ass neighborhood, and a black boy popped out and came to the car to get his pizza and shit. I said, God damn, I said, black people living there? He said, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I believe this boy was an athlete of some type, and he was in a white neighborhood and shit, right? But you noticed it.
Alright, now as you can see in the clip, Gully TV reveals that he'd recently begun door dashing and had been delivering in what I take to be an upper class or affluent neighborhood, delivering a pizza to what seemed like a wealthy Asiatic family. My question is, why are you surprised, Gully? I believe we need to normalize the success stories of regular everyday people within our Asiatic communities, whether or not they live in the direct communities that we're talking about or neighborhoods, regardless of fame and fortune. I mean, success is success. So we have to make that a normal thing. Instead of being surprised, we should feel proud or happy to see another family get to a point that we wish to strive to make it to ourselves. Instead of envy or hatred, if any sort of emotion is evoked by their success, it should be ambition. Enough success, you must be ambitious enough to succeed for yourself first, then set an example for the next man, woman, or child. Iron sharpening iron type thing, you know?
Y'all ready? I be door dashing and I be in a lot of different neighborhoods.
All right, now I know what you think. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, right? As far as the door dashing thing goes, and people claiming him broke and making fun of his financial situation and status, I won't engage in that. What I heard him say is he's gainfully employed in servicing the community. To try to shame a man for making an honest living is a disgusting and deplorable act. I'll shovel shit 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year in order to take care of myself, my family, and my responsibility as a man. So not only do I respect him door dashing, I salute the growth I've seen from him and wish him nothing but continued success in the future. And you should too, man. That's growth.